So today is ISKCON, and we're going to listen to a lecture from Prabhupada. But first, today is also Goloka Das Babaji's disappearance day. So we want to recognize that and pick a 30-minute lecture, and then we'll speak try 10, 15 minutes on Goloka Das Babaji. So we're going to sing the song prayers of the departed Vaishnavas. It's the last page of the book. Ye anilo premadana gor na prachur. Ye anilo premadana koruna prachur. Heno Prabhu Gota Gila Charya Thakur Gila Thakur Kahamura Swarup Rupa Kaha Sanata Swarup Rupa Kaha Sanata Kaha Dasa Raghunatha Patita Pava Baba Kamura Bhakta Yuga Kaha Kabira Bhakta Yuga Kaha Kabira Eka kale kota gila goranatara Kota gila goranatara Asane kutipo mata Anale pasibo Tutizo Anale pasibo Goranga gunire nidi Katagele prabo Se samba sangira sange ye bilo bila samira sange yo bila se sangana Paya Kande Narotamada Sataraya Dekarotamada. He who brought the treasure of divine love and who was filled with compassion and mercy. Where is such a personality as Srinivasacharya gone? Where is my Shrup Damodar and Rupa Goswami? Where is Sanatan? Where is Raghunath Das, the savior of the fallen? Where is my Raghunath Bhatta and Gopal Bhatta? And where is Krishnadas Kaviraj? Where did Lord Gauranga, the great dancer, suddenly go? I will smash my head against the rock and enter into the fire. Where will I find Lord Gauranga, the reservoir of all wonderful qualities? Being unable to change the association of Lord Gauranga, accompanied by all these devotees in whose association he performed his pastimes, Narottam Das simply weeps. So I'm going to read a little bit about Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. He's part of our disciplic succession. He's the spiritual master of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. So here it describes that in 1849, Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji left Grihastha life after the death of his wife and moved to Vrindavan and took initiation from Sri Bhagavat Das Babaji, a disciple of Sri Jagannath Das Babaji. For over 30 years, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji stayed in Vrindavan, performing bhajan under the trees of Sri Govardhan, Nandagram, Varshana, Radhakund, Surakund, and Rava, and Gokula. Sitting in seclusion, he chanted 200,000 names of Krishna every day, 128 rounds of japa. He felt painful separation from Radha Govinda and cried profusely. He wandered through the Devadasvana, 12 forests of Vraja. He would loudly chant the holy names in a deep voice full of lamentation. He would also relish the following bhajan. O Radhe, Radhe, where are you? O goddess of ecstatic love, O Radhe, Radhe, all glories to you. O Radhe, Radhe. O Radhe, Radhe, please show yourself to me and thereby maintain my life. Your most despicable fallen servant calls out to you. O Radhe, Radhe, O Radhe, O artful enjoyer of Vrindavan. O Radhe, Radhe, O Radhe, O enchantress of Kanu's, Krishna's mind. O Radhe, Radhe. O Radhe, O crest jewel of your 8 main girlfriends. O Radhe, Radhe. O Radhe, O delightful daughter of Maharaj Vrishabhanu. O Radhe, Radhe. So Srila Babaji Maharaj, mood of renunciation was unparalleled. Sometimes he ate mud on the banks of the Radhakund or the Yamuna. Other times he took madhukari from the Vrajavasis. Madhukari is the Babaji's daily practice of begging a little food from one of 7 houses, just as the bee collects drops of honey from each flower. He saw all the Vrajavasis as being the direct personal associate of Radha and Krishna. As a result of this vision, he would pay respects to every person, cow, animal, bee, tree, creeper, insect, ant in the holy dham. While staying in Varshana, he made a flower garden every day for Raj and Kanu, Radha Krishna. After 30 years of rendering intimate services to Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, Babaji felt inspired by the divine couple to see Sri Navadvip Dham. He visited all the Leela Sthanis of Lord Gauranga in Gora Mandala in Navadvip. He used to sing one bhajan, which means, by receiving Nitai's mercy, one gets Gauranga's mercy, which makes one eligible for Krishna Prem. With Krishna Prem, one can attain the service of Srimati Radharani and the gopis. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji was the embodied form of Sri Rupa Raghunath's renunciation. Completely detached, he would wash discarded cloth to cover his body. He drank from a rejected clay pot, parched rice mixed with Ganges water, or simply some mud from Ganga's bank to sustain his life. It's pretty austere. He carried 2 books written by Srila Narottam Das Thakur, Parthana, Prema Bhakti Chandrika, Those books actually are available. They've been translated. On Ekadasi, he didn't eat or drink a drop of water. Recognizing him to be a Mahabhagavat, many tried to serve, but he never accepted. Regularly, he associated with and heard Srimad Bhagavatam from Srila Thakur Bhaktivinoda and Shavananda Sukhi Andakuj in Gopardweep. Constantly absorbed in bhajan, Srila Babaji Maharaj had no desire to make disciples. On the request of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, however, he reconsidered. Upon seeing the true humility and deep attachment of Thakur Bhaktivinoda's son for bhajan, Sri Kishore Das Babaji accepted one disciple, Sri Vishabhanavi Dayata Das, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. To keep mundane people from approaching him for material boons, he once resided in the lavatories of the Kulia Dharmshala. For 6 months, when the public officials came offering to build him a proper bhajan kutir, Babaji Maharaj locked himself inside and said he already had one. He believed that associating with materialistic people was much worse than the smell of stool and urine. Gorkashore Das Babaji advised a Calcutta doctor who wanted to open a free clinic in Navadvip. If you really want to live in Navadvip Dham, then give up your desire to run a free clinic for healing sense enjoyers. If you want to render substantial service, then renounce everything except what promotes Hari Bhajan. All other kinds of duties and services simply bind one to the ghastly cycle of karmic reactions. Babaji Maharaj spoke gravely to a newly married man. A Vaishnava wife is extremely rare and difficult to find in this world. If one has the good fortune of having one, he should see it as a benediction from Krishna. The wife worships the husband as her Lord and Master. Similarly, the husband should worship the wife because she is Krishna Dasi, a servant of Krishna. In this way, the husband can protect his devotional enthusiasm by not considering his wife to be his maidservant, but she is always the maidservant of Krishna. One who wants bhojan should, eating palatably, will spoil his bhajan with a favorite quote of Srila Babaji Maharaj. In other words, eating here and there simply to gratify the tongue destroys any attempt to worship Krishna. Once a devotee ate some festival prasadam in his bhajan kutir, Babaji Maharaj would not speak to him for 3 days. On the 4th day, he said, "You accepted festival prasadam given by low-class harlots and beautiful women. Because you took food without considering its origin, your bhajan is useless." The essence of Srila Gorkashore Das Babaji's instruction, the divine name of Krishna offers the one and only shelter. One should never try to remember Radha Damodar's transcendental pastimes by artificial methods. Constant chanting of the divine names will purify the heart. By chanting Hari Nam, the syllables of the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, will gradually reveal the spiritual form, qualities, pastimes of Sri Krishna. Then you will realize your own eternal spiritual form, service, and the 11 particulars of your spiritual identity. In pursuance of Babaji Maharaj's statement, "Drag my dead body through the streets of Navadvip," a group of so-called advanced devotees proposed to commit the said sacrilege. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, this is when he disappeared in his disappearance. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, however, challenged them. According to Shastra, one who has had carnal association with a loose woman within the last 24 hours is contaminated, therefore not qualified to touch my Guru Maharaj. Hearing the bold statement, the black-hearted Brahmins made a hasty retreat. On the 19th of November, 1915, Sri Gorkishore Das Babaji Maharaj joined his eternal blissful pastime in Gandharvika Girihari. His beloved disciple, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, established his samadhi on the banks of Sri Chaitanya Mat, Radhakund, near Lord Chaitanya's yoga pit in Sridham, Mayapur. Okay, so all glories to Kishore Das Babaji, and now we'll listen. You don't have to. This right here, you don't have to. You're not going to need it. Oh, I better search. Okay. These go automatically, so it's probably going to be easier to. It's on YouTube called Sorry, if anybody's interested. After the commercial.
The following is a class on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, text number 48, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on 10th of May, 1973 in Los Angeles.
This one word, Parakasya, is very important. If you work, somebody is working very hard. Nobody is interested to work very hard for others. That is not the material pleasure. Everyone wants his own satisfaction, means sense gratification. So, those who are in the bodily concept of life, they are working for their bodily sense gratification. But if we consider philosophically, we'll see that even this body does not belong to. Therefore, it is very important. Parakas, from the very beginning, the body was given by father and mother. So, if anyone creates something, so that thing belongs to the Creator. If the father and mother has created this body, then from the very beginning, the body belongs to the father and mother. And actually, in the childhood, as the father and mother says, sit down here, eat this, don't go there, everything is controlled by the father and mother. And originally given by the father and mother. So how he can claim this is my body? From the very beginning. Then somebody maintains you. Suppose you are working in an office, in a factory. So actually that body belongs to him, the maintainer. Just like a dog, the master maintains it, and the dog's body is meant for the service of that master. As soon as the master indicates, do this, immediately he does it. Dog has no independence, practical. So, in this way, the body belongs to the master. In the beginning, body belongs to the father and mother. Then it will grow up, then body belongs to your country. In this way, go up to the death point, and after that also the body belongs to others. There are three stages, 3 different kinds of transformation of this body after death. Stool, ashes, and wall, earth or dirt. According to the Vedic civilization, the body is burnt into ashes. So the body becomes ashes. And somebody throws the body to be eaten up by some animal. The Parsi community in India, they throw the body to be eaten by the vultures. That is their system. So after eating the vulture, they pass stool, so body becomes stool. Is there any scientist to take the stool of vulture and make again the body? The body has turned to be stool, the body has turned to be ashes. Why not take little ashes and turn it to again body? Scientific method. Is it possible? So, this is called Ajnanam. If you work for your own thing, there is some sense. But if you are working for others only, you have no claim, and day and night, hard work, then what is that intelligence? That is ashes intelligence, ash. Ash just like works, very hard, not for himself. He works for the water, for carrying tons of cloth on his back and for a morsel of grass. So, in the actual sense also, if you go to see a gentleman, busy gentleman, businessman, ask him, do you want to talk with you something about Krishna consciousness? Oh, I have no time. I have no time. Why? I am very busy. Why you are busy? Not for business. What is this business for? For maintaining my family. So in this way, ultimately, he is thinking, he is working for himself, but he is working for others. So our intelligence is, if we have to work for others and sacrifice this body for others, why not for Krishna? That is our. If I am whole time, whole duration of life where I am working for others, others means ultimately my senses. The senses are others. Kamadinam katithana katitha palita dunnidesha. My senses dictating, you stick to this woman and go to hell. Yes, I am ready. Yes. Come, lust. So I am servant of the lust. Neither I am servant of the woman, a servant of this man or that man. I am servant of my lust. And the lust is dictating that you do this nonsense. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So in this way, we are actually servant of our senses and our dictation of the senses. This is our position. Kamadinam kutidhana kutidha palita dunnidesha. Dunnidesha means niddesh, means direction. And dunnidesha means bad direction. Just like people that doing so many sinful activities for maintaining this body. But at the ultimate analysis, the body belongs to somebody else. Just we fearful that I am doing so much sinful activities for others. This is sense. But everyone is under this ignorance. Although he is working for others, he is thinking I am working for me, for my interest. Pati vidu sartha gati Vishnu. These rascals, they do not know what is actually his self-interest. He is working for others' interest, but is thinking that I am working for my interest. This is obvious. So therefore Yudhishthira says, Aho me pasatam ajnanam. Just see how much foolish I am foolish. This body, I may be king, but this body, although I am king, if I do not discharge my duties nicely, president or king or very big man, immediately votes will be against me. So I am working for others. I have to keep, just like recently in your country, the Democratic Party, and what is the other party? Republic Party. So many things are going on. Agya. This is Agya. Philosophy means to see intelligently. Darshan. The translation of philosophy means darshan. Darshan means seeing. Philosophy means to see the actual fact. That is called philosophy. So if we philosophically take all these things, we are working for others out of ignorance, and I am thinking that it is my interest. It is my self-interest. Actually, you have to work for others. That is your business. And that other is Krishna, not this material world. I have to work for others because I am servant originally. Jiver Swarupai Nitya Krishna Das. That is the constitutional position of every living entity. The servant. He cannot be master. If you don't become servant of Krishna, then you have to become servant of Maya. You cannot be master of Maya. That is not possible. Master of Maya is Krishna. Mama Maya. Devi Trisa Gunavai Mama Maya. A master can control Maya. But we are not master. We are servant. How we can control Maya? It is impossible. But if you become servant of Krishna, Maya will not touch you. That's all. Mami vaja prapadanti, Maya metang taranti. You cannot control Maya, that is not possible, because you are servant. If you don't become servant of Krishna, you must become servant of Maya. So, we are falsely trying to enjoy Maya. Enjoy means master. That is not possible. Tidvi gunoi bhavi. This is the influence of the three modes of material nature. We are falsely thinking that the so-called scientific advancement, they are also trying to control over Maya, nature. That cannot be. It is not possible. But they will go on trying for it. The Maya, there is a nice example I have seen in somewhere in India. mirror, and a bird, a sparrow was coming, and as soon as he comes before the mirror, there is another sparrow on the other side. So he will strike the mirror, that there is another bird. And he would also strike, in this way he was striking. That shadow sparrow was striking at your strike. He thought that I shall defeat the other sparrow. But that is not possible. That is not possible. I've seen it practically. And this is foolishness. The bird is thinking that there is another sparrow, strike it. And he is also striking this. That perpetual striking is going on. That is called struggle for existence. Because he has no sense. So long we are nonsense, we have to go struggle for existence. Struggle for existence in this life. Suppose I am struggling, I am thinking, if I would have possessed the strength of an elephant or a tiger, I would have been successful. The next time, he gets the body of lion, tiger or elephant. Nature will yield. Jit Ramang Prapaddante. Tangs Tasaiva Vajama. Krishna is very kind. Whatever you want, he'll give you. Up to mukti, the Mahavadi philosophers, mukti means to merge into the existence of Brahma. Krishna will give you very easily. But he is very strict to give you bhakti. That is his specialty. Because to the bhaktas, Krishna, though the Supreme, he becomes within the grip of the bhaktas. Vedeshu dullava adullava atma bhakto. Adullava. For bhakta, he becomes controlled by the bhakta. The topmost bhakta is Radharani. So, although Krishna is the Ishvara Parama, the supreme controller, he is controlled by Radha because he is bhakta. Nobody can excel her devotion, her service. In 64 ways, these are described in the Bhakti Rasa, nectar of devotion. How Srimati Radharani excels in her devotion service, everyone. There are stages, different. Just like the Pandavas, they are also bhaktas. But the gopis excel. And the gopis are also bhaktas. But Radharani excels all of them. So there are stages, bhakta. Therefore Krishna is very cautious to endow one with this devotion. He can give mukti very easily. Mukti, to achieve mukti, liberation, that is not very difficult job. But if one becomes a bhakta, devotee, a mukti will stand before him with folded hands. Mukti mukulitanjali sevate asman. For a devotee, mukti is not very important. Kaivalanga narakayate. Prabhupada Saraswati says, this mukti, kaivallam, one with the Supreme, kaivallam, kevalam. Narakayate. as the hell. That is the opinion of the Bhakta. They don't want mukti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Mamo janmani janmani sari bhavatad bhakti rahoi dukhi tai. Na dhanang na janang na sundari kavitang bhajagadisha kam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that I don't want any material wealth. Dhanam. Na janang. I don't want to be leader of hundreds and thousands of people, president or this or that. No. These are material desires. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is nullifying everything. I don't want this. Na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring kavitang. I don't want any beautiful wife also. These are material desires, everyone wants. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejects. Then you want mukti? Whether after all mukti? Dharma, artha, kam, moksha. Moksha means mukti. People are addicted to these four principles. So ultimately you want mukti? No. That is also not. Why? Mama janmani janme. Janma, if one takes birth again, then there is no mukti. Mukti means no more taking birth in this material world. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I don't want this, don't want this, don't want this, and janmani janmani means I don't want mukti also. Janmani, if one is mukta, is liberated, he cannot take birth again. So he says, Mama janmani janmani. Let there be birth after birth, birth after birth. It doesn't matter. Then what do you want actually? Now, Mamo janmani janmani sari bhavutad bhakti rahoi dukhi tai. Simply I want to serve you, that's all. It doesn't matter. What shall I do with mukti? I may go to hell, it doesn't matter. But I want to serve you there. So, for a devotee, there is no such distinction. Here is hell, or here is heaven, here is Vrindavan, or here is Los Angeles, here is... No. Because Krishna is everywhere. Wherever he gets the opportunity of serving Krishna, that he wants, that's all, nothing more. Mama janmani janmani share. Janmani janmani doesn't matter. What kind of janma will be? Of course, from the Shastras we can understand that Suchanang Sivatangi hi yoga prasta sanjaya. To take birth by a devotee is different little than others. Because one who has dedicated to Krishna, he is under Krishna's control, direct. Aham tva sarva papi pamokkhasya. So that bhakti means he is sinless, spotless. So therefore there is no possibility of his taking birth in lower animal group. That is not. He'll get birth. That is assured. Suchinang Sivasangi. Either in a very rich family or in a pure Brahmin family. Because you get another chance of developing his devotional service. In a pure Brahmana family or pure Vaishnava family, Vaishnava is greater than Brahmana. There's a great opportunity because the father and mother, they are engaged in devotional service, just like these children who are born amongst our devotees. They are not ordinary children. Just from the very beginning they are getting chance of devotional service, dancing, chanting, seeing the deity, offering a flower, offering obeisances to the spiritual master, but these things will not go in vain, don't they? Every account is kept. Every account. Therefore the deity worship is recommended. Why? If somebody comes consciously or unconsciously and offers obeisances, he gets immediately credit Lord. Yes. Immediately. In this way, when the credit notes are so much, it is a big amount. It is a big amount. Then you can purchase Krishna. This is bhakti. Even salpamapi asya dharma satrayati mohato bhaya. Even little of it can save you from the greatest danger. Bhakti is so nice. Salpam. Just like Hajamil. Hajamil, you are the greatest sinful person. But at the time of death, he uttered Narayana. And he was protected by Krishna. Immediately, Narayana soldiers came and protected him from the Jamaraj's soldiers. Ajamil. So, Yudhishthira Maharaj is very advanced devotee. He says that Vasudama Jnanam. Just see my ignorance. I have killed so many soldiers simply for this body. Pasatama Jnanam me edidi ruddham juratmana. And this ignorance is deeply rooted in my heart. People are, every step, they are being baffled. Still they will do the same thing. Punah punah chadvita charvana. No sense is coming. No sense is coming. Duratma. Lord Mahatmana. Mahatmana means he is no more interested in this kind of business. That is called Mahatma. Those who are repeatedly engaged in this kind of business, they are called Duratma. Only for the body's sake, working very hard. So if you analyze, the whole world is doing that. Duratmana. Bharakasaiva devasya. Bhavayo. Me akayani. Now the akayani is mentioned here. What is that word? One group of soldiers, what is it? Phalanx, another name. Regiment or something like that. Composing, just like in your country, the 7th Fleet or something like that was sent to India. They have got a group, so many ships, so many soldiers, but formerly there was no ship, no aeroplane. They used to fight with horses, soldiers, elephants. So the estimation is there.
A solid phalanx, 21,870 chariots, 21,870 elephants, 109,650 infantry, and 65,000 cavalry is called an Akshovini. And many Akshovinis were killed on the battlefield of Kurukshetra.
So that's all right. Let us have peace.
I met the Jensens, who just bought a new dining set for over $3,000.
But for that price, I bought. Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Enam Kanvandam Maravindadalayataksham Varhavatam Samasitam Buddhasundarangam Kandar Agom Vidamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasa Sakale Priya Priti Manti Vasyan Dipan Dikayanti Giram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami 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 Govindam
Do you have a violin? Gonna need this. Namamishwaram Shakshi Anandarupam Lasa Kundalam Gokule Brajanyanam Namamishwaram Shakshi Anandarupam Lasa Kundalam Gokule Rajanana Yasoda Viyoluka Davamana Param Shritam Atyantato Drutya Gopya Yasoda Viyoluka Lavamana Param Shritam Atyantato Drutya Gopya Rudanta Muhurnetra Yumamrijanta Karamboja Yugmena Satam Kanetra Rudanta Muhurnetra Yumamrijanta Karamboja Yugmena Sata Kanetra Muhuswasa Kampatrire Kankakanta Sita Igraivam Damodaram Bhaktivadam Muhusvasa Kampatrire Kankakanta Sita Igraivam Damodaram Bhaktivadam Iti Dikshvalilavi Ananda Kunde Swagosham Nimajantamakya Payantam Iti Vishwalilavi Ananda Kunde Swagosham Nimajantamakya Payantam Tadiyeshitagneshu Vaktarjitatvam Punat prematastam sata Brittivande Tadiyeshitagneshu Vaktarjitatvam Puna prematastam sata vrittivande Varam deva moksham mokshavadimba Nachanyam rineham varishadapiha Varam deva mokshana mokshavadimba Nachanyam rineha mareshadapiha Idam te vapurnata gopalavala Sadame manasya virastam kimanya Idam te vapurnata gopalavala Sadame manasya virastam kimanya Idam te mukambojam atyanta nilan Vitam kuntala singarashas chagopya Idam te mukambojam atyanta nilan Vitam kuntala singarashas chagopya Muhuschumbitam bimbarakta me Manasya virastamalam lakshalava Muhushum bitam bimbarakta me Manasya virastamalam lakshalava Namo Deva Damoda Rananta Vishnu Prasida Prabhu Dukkha Chala Vimagna Namo Deva Damoda Rananta Vishnu Prasida Prabhu Dukkha Chala Vimagna Kripa Dristi Vristyati Dinam Bhatanu Grihane Shamam Ajnane Dhyachidisha Yati dinam bhatanu Grihane Shamamanya Evyakshidisha Kubera Majaubadha Murjaya Yadva Tvayamo Chito Bhakti Vajau Kritaucha Kubera Majavadha Murjaya Yadva Tvayamo Chita Bhakti Vajakritaucha Tata Prema Bhaktim Swakam Me Prayacha Namokshe Graho Mesti Damodareha Tata Prema Bhaktim Swakam Me Prayacha Namokshe Graho Mesti Damodareha Namaste Sudamne Spura Diptidanme Tvaidiyo Darayata Vishwasadame Namaste Sudame Spura Diptidanme Tvadiyo Darayata Vishwasadanme Namo Radhikayai Tvadiyai Priyayai Namo Nantalilaya Devayatuya 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radhe Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radhe Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Jaya Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Radhe Jaya Radha Golokananda, Jaya Giri Govardhan, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Shila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Shila Prabhupada. To the Supreme Controller, who possesses the blissful knowledge, whose glistening earrings swing to and fro, who manifested himself in Gokula, and notice the gopis kept hanging from the rafter of the storerooms, and who then quickly jumped up and ran in retreat in fear of Mother Yasoda, but was ultimately caught. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. Upon seeing his mother's whipping stick, he cried and rubbed his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes were fearful and his breathing quick. And as Mother Yasoda bound his belly with ropes, he shivered in fright and his bird necklace shook. To this Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, who is bound by his devotees' love, I offer my humble obeisances. Those super excellent pastimes of Lord Krishna's babyhood drowned the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy. To the devotees who were attracted only to his majestic aspect of Narayana and Vaikuntha, the Lord here reveals, I am conquered and overwhelmed by pure loving devotion. To the Supreme Lord Damodar, my obeisances hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you're able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray for you for liberation, nor any other boon. My only prayer is that your childhood pastime may constantly appear in my mind. O Lord, I do not even want to know your feature of Paramatma. I simply wish that your childhood pastimes may ever be enacted in my heart.